No, hold that thought. I wanted to get to the fucking... Is he in? Alright, cool. Hi, Jace. I want to see if the fucking stream's going. Up.
Hello.
We're good. It's on the right channel. Fucking beautiful.
The gang's all here.
The gang is all here. Why not? If you guys are waiting to learn anything fucking insightful, boy, do we have some fucking disappointment for you motherfuckers today. I wanted to ask...
No, we're just bored.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. I feel like I have to fucking stream something, and I can't think of a goddamn thing. So I came up with this idea. Remember that whole line that Vita said that, you have to hold your friends to higher standards. If you had to look at any one person in Toon Critics Group, I'll start with Sheldon, we'll go around the board. Who would you have put it on first and foremost?
Wait, what? What's the question?
If you remember when Vita made that, when Vita made the remark, you have to hold your friends to higher standards.
Did he make that remark? I don't remember.
It's at the end of the fucking... Jace, the video, the very first one where he fucking outs Toon. He's like, you have to hold your friends to higher standards. So who... Who in that group would you have put it on first and foremost?
What group? Toon's circles?
Yes, the quintessential people that he blamed. Who would you have put it on?
I don't fucking know.
How about you, Jace? We'll pass.
You PM me and you're like, yeah, we're gonna talk about the Toon shit. Who's responsible? Well, he's responsible.
Okay, that's good. Well, fuck, that cuts a lot of shit. Right? That cuts a lot of.
Who else is responsible for a Toon critic messaging this 14-year-old girl going, I'm gonna fuck you in a hotel like in our RP?
I would put a little on the parents.
No, I don't think his parents are responsible.
No. I mean, like the girl for fucking having her unsupervised.
Well, yeah, I guess a little bit. Sure. Yeah. Fair enough.
Wait, who else is here? Eden? Who's that?
Yes, that's Buttons. Don't call her whore. Come on, just be cool.
Okay.
All right. I'm drinking honey liqueur and taking kratom because fucking Peter's like.
Wait, are you guys getting along now or what? Like,
yeah, kind of. For the moment, it's been like what?
Why?
Cause.
It's
yeah, go ahead.
I blackmailed her. You caught me, Jace.
Well, I mean, if you want to think of it without me even saying anything, yeah, it's fine.
Jace has totally cracked the nut. It's going to be on the front page of Horse News. I have totally blackmailed. Blink twice.
Here.
Indeed.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Eden was going to say something.
Oh, okay. Take it.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, Anthony and I are kind of cool. I mean, I've been stressed recently, so I blocked him for a bit because I just didn't want to. I don't know.
I turn into a cunt on the weekend, like a super cunt. Like holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you turn into a cunt on the weekend?
Because I work on the weekend 24 fucking hours in 2 days, and I get really bitchy. And I ran out of fucking data on Sunday, and I was fucking. I turned into. See that's the real addiction I had, where I was like, I can't. I had like games in front of me and podcasts, but like not being able to talk to anybody drove me up the wall for 12 fucking hours. I just can't do it. How long could you go at the internet, Sheldon?
Wait, well, hold on. But could you not go outside and talk to somebody, or?
I was at work. I mean, I mean, hypothetically, I could walk off where I was and hope that somebody walked by, but that would be kind of probably not the most ideal thing in the world.
Oh, you should totally try it next time.
Oh yeah. Well, now that I think I have unlimited streaming because of Verizon, so I just might be dumb enough to fucking set that up. Jace, thanks for that idea.
If you want, I could. If you want, I have Netflix, and I could give you my account.
So no!
Is this a Netflix and chill invitation right now? What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, Netflix is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's no Crunchyroll, right, Sheldon?
What?
Are you looking forward to that High Guardian spice there, Sheldon?
That's Crunchyroll.
Absolutely.
That's Crunchyroll. You uncultured.
Yeah, there's. Yeah, I said Crunchyroll. Yeah, there's a lot of.
I heard that you said you're a leftist cuck now, and I'm a leftist cuck too. So there you go.
Well, I've always voted left. No matter what you say online, you're the way you vote, right?
Well, you can vote for you can be of a political position and vote the other way just because that party might have something to provide for you.
I thought the left and right was just Democrat and Republican.
Well, depending on your nation.
Oh no, we're going political now.
Well, I don't know this stuff, and I'm waking up from a nap. Okay.
Well, hold that thought. What fucking parties do they have over in fucking Russia? Jace, just out of I've never asked. I've actually completely. It never occurred to me to fucking ask.
Yeah, Jace. What Russian parties do they have?
I would not know. I'm an atheist according to Leo, so I don't care about politics that much. I only care when there's a circus show going on in politics. So
someday you eat the bear, and someday the bear eats you.
Hey, if somebody gets assassinated over Pepe, for example, I'll laugh. I'll pay attention. Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
Who's Pepe?
Pepe's the frog meme.
What? Oh, that fucker.
Just go to freaking whatever.
Pepe is a hate symbol. Don't look it up.
No, I remember. I thought Pepe was something else, but that stupid frog. I remember that motherfucker.
Buttons, I have a question for you. Are you a Kyrgyzstani?
What?
No, she doesn't. Okay. They don't get it. Sorry.
Are you a Kyrgyzstani? Do you pledge your allegiance to Sargoy of Applebee's?
What?
I've been to Applebee's once. It's okay, but if I knew if Sargon were there, I'd probably go at least once a week. Give him a tip.
I would definitely go there. What are you talking
about?
I'd give him a tip. I'd give him a tip. I'm like, here's an extra $1. Buy yourself a fucking personality. But Sheldon wouldn't give him a tip.
Would you give him a tip and tell him to buy a nice suit?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's fucking beautiful. Jesus. I actually ran into a brony mundane Matt fan on Twitter the other day, who was like, "Why don't you people like mundane Matt? What do you think about it, Anthony?" And I was like, I mean, he should apologize for fucking flagging all those people. That'd be a good start. And the guy's like, well, he's doing what he always did. I was like, what, you mean flag people? I mean, it's kind of a dick move to take away someone's fucking living.
I want to get off topic real quick and ask you guys, you and Buttons, Anthony and Buttons, what's going on with ZD? Is that dead, or is there something?
Okay, so I'll weigh my point here. Is ZD basically, I think his interpretation is that you're white knighting Buttons, and I was like, no, I just realized that basically nobody had ZD's back anymore, and I was like, okay, so now I'm gonna get even. I think you're a creepy fuck. I don't have to fucking goddamn tolerate you anymore. Drop dead. I think, that was it. And had he stopped, literally stopped, it was a minute 45 seconds, and he could have said, "Oh, that's pretty big talk coming from a guy who got made fun of by Medicare," and he could have stopped right there. And he said, "Well, there's not a video out there with 100,000 reviews making fun of me," and he would have won. But instead, he fucking made like a 12 to 13 or however fucking long explanation going through meticulously, and then he made a 2-hour stream into the next follow-up video, and I'm like, all right, sure. I heard he got really pissed off when I compared him to mundane Matt, because I didn't understand.
I just want to say about, like, because I PM ZD before he released any logs.
If you throw him in here, I'll just end it. I will literally. I would rather have Jace sit there and make fun of me. I don't want to hear his annoying, screechy, whiny voice. Holy fuck.
That would be really funny, but I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
If ZD joins the call, I'm committing suicide from this call.
Okay, well, we don't.
Oh, great. Well,
here on Fen and Frenzy, we don't condone suicide. But anyway.
Listen. I was trying to make a point here. Where while this was all going on with Buttons and ZD and you, Anthony, I PM ZD because I wanted to see these logs. Like, he's saying there's no fucking I'm not hitting on her or anything. Right? There's none of that shit.
I'm not calling him a sexual.
No, hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
no, I'm not. So I fucking I said, yo man, let me see those logs, dude. And he's like, all right. So he sends me the logs and I'm reading through them and he's saying shit like, I guess they're doing their RP and somebody's really small. And he's like, "Hi, sweetie." Opens pocket, hugs gently, and I'm like, yo, man, like this is treading the line. Okay. I don't know, dude.
No, look, I don't know, dude.
Can I say my piece? Wait.
I want to jump in here. I want to be consistent. When fucking goddamn Dark Age got caught doing the very first thing with fucking Jasmine Blue, I looked over that and I said to him, and I think Jason made fun of me. That I was like, look, what you're doing is flirting, Dark Edge. I would know. And Jason's like, yeah, you would know. I would. Yeah, I'm like, you're kind of like you're hugging her, kind of all flirty like, which isn't really cool. If Jasmine was 15, which till this day I still have no fucking idea. So whatever.
Wait, who is this?
She's 17. Jazz is 17.
Oh, you know who ran into Jasmine Blue and was asking for my advice? They're like, oh, there's this one artist.
That's a different.
Oki ran into her, and he's like, is this a good idea? I'm like, no. You walk away from there.
Okay.
If I can give you any advice.
Can I say something now?
Yeah, go ahead. Pop in.
What I want to say is, if ZD didn't have such a problem with what we were doing, and it actually was okay, why did he tell me not to tell Maddie at one point when I said we should bring this to Maddie? Like, he was like, nah, he wouldn't mind. You don't need to do that. You're overreacting. I'm like, I'm kind of seeing something here.
Well,
I don't think CD did anything wrong. He was just flirting. I think it was just flirting with you.
Yeah.
Like, who gives
Well,
a shit?
I was dating someone though.
No, I got that. Okay.
Yeah, but so what?
Well, so what?
Yeah, no, hold
You
it,
could've
hold it.
just-
I've explained in private where I basically said I'm going to let you on a little sample here. If a guy's being nice to you, Buttons, just assume he's a guy and
He wants to dick you, Buttons. That's basically what's
well,
happening.
okay, in so many words. Just
Yeah,
Well,
have your-
usually that's the case. Like,
have
usually
your-
guys are nice to girls because they want to fuck them. That's generally
sometimes
the
Yeah,
it's
well-
sometimes it's respect, but other times it's just sometimes the dark
Right.
edge.
I just want to say is like Buttons. What I don't understand is like, yeah, okay, he was role playing with you, and you were dating someone at the time. Whether that's true or not, I don't care.
Okay.
My point is like, if you felt uncomfortable at any point in time, which is what confused me and Sheldon, why didn't you just tell him to fuck off?
I did at the end. That's when I finally decided to say, okay, I can't do this anymore. And then you can ask. I'm gonna type the name in chat, and I appreciate it if you don't say the name out
No,
loud.
I think I know who you're going to talk about, and we're
Mhm.
not going to bring up that name. No, I've been really cool about that.
Well,
and-
now I really want to know.
No,
not
no,
that
no, no, no,
person.
no, no, no.
It's not that person. I'm saying that person was in a private group with me to talk to ZD at the last day, and he's our friend.
No, he's everybody's. Yeah, don't. bring
Is there
the
some
name up.
ops going on right now?
No.
Yeah, what is that?
Basically,
What's that?
somebody basically was asked for their opinion, and they basically said, "Look, I'll say my piece. I'll move the fuck on, but I don't want to be involved in it because I'm trying to get a job right now, and I don't need some internet bullshit."
I'm trying to get a job.
Yeah, and he's like,
How is this going to affect their job?
No, he was saying it's stress and stuff.
Whatever,
and he-
not the point. Let's
Oh,
not
okay.
bring him the
Okay.
fuck up. He's a cool guy. He doesn't give me any
Yeah, I
shit.
know he is.
Yeah, don't
I know.
let-
I just wanted to say, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
if you need,
Alright.
yeah, it's the same person who pointed me at Patchwork Heart. But anyways, moving right along.
Well, now you're just dropping hints. You might as well tell me.
Well, you'd have to go
Yeah,
watch my
exactly.
videos then, wouldn't you, Sheldon? Ooh. Anyways,
Oh.
I know I'm dick. That'll never happen.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry.
I was actually really interested when I found out about the Internet Archive, because then I found out fucking what's his name, Event Horizon's videos are all backed up on there. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Nobody told me about that fucking site though.
Are you still friends with Event Horizon? Shit, Anthony.
I'll talk to him, but he's usually off. He's married now, so I don't bug him every day. I usually don't bug people out of the blue. If he wanted to go do something, I would fucking talk to him. But he did piss the shit out of everybody in my room. I know Solar threw him the fuck out because he's like, Anthony, don't let me do anything. I can act. And then Solar just threw him the fuck out. He's like, shut up.
Isn't he fucking his sister or something? That's what
I don't know any of that shit. And I will address one thing with ZD where he's like, well, Anthony brought up making fun of Event Horizon. There's a big difference between I said Event Horizon was too good to take my computer for free, whereas basically fucking ZD's like, oh, he killed his animal. I'm like, that's a pretty big jump. That's a pretty big apples and oranges. That's not even
Well, I mean, he didn't kill it. He was more responsible for its death.
negligence. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
Which is what. Well, Anthony, the funny thing about that is, I'm assuming you saw the stream between him and Leo where he cried like a little bitch about it.
I didn't, but look. Here's the whole
Okay.
thing. I feel comfortable
Yeah.
saying this. We all know Event Horizon's. He's loopy.
A
I
little
think
bitch. Yeah.
and crazy.
You don't say.
And crazy. Well, let's say that. I feel very comfortable saying he's a little nutty, with full respect.
Guys,
well,
I'm
it's funny.
packing. I'm packing. I can't talk right now.
Well, no,
I'm
it's
packing.
funny because he had like a last stream, like a farewell stream to the brony community, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I got on the side chat at the time, and I was messaging him like, "Yo, Event, why'd you cry like a little bitch during that stream with Leo?" And he goes like, "Well, I wasn't really crying. It was more like a strategic crying." Like, what? I was like, "What do you mean?" He
Well,
was
he's
like,
playing
"Well,
some
what-"
fourth dimensional chess there, Jace.
Exactly. Well, exactly, dude. He was trying to get the audiences on his side because he thought they would feel pity for him. Problem is, nobody felt pity for him. And I'm going like, well,
I feel bad for Event Horizon. I don't know why, but I do.
I don't. Because he just admitted to being disingenuous when he cried in that stream to control people's feelings towards him. So.
Yeah, but do you really believe he's capable of doing? He wants to.
Well, he admitted to it. So.
Well, I had this discussion with Leo where he's like, "What's the big deal about him?" I showed some of fucking events old videos to fucking Leo Convoy, and he's like, "No, see, this is something interesting. Why couldn't he bring that to the discussion?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what snapped him. All I know is that fucking Event Horizon was okay when he was hanging out in Limbo. He fucked off to Vita Land and he turned into a turd. Sheldon, you remember when fucking Peter acquired fucking?
Well, Anthony, we groomed him.
No, Agents of Discord. Agents of Discord was relatively fine. Maybe not just fine, but relatively fine. Peter got a hold, and he turned into an insane psychopath.
It was before Peter.
Okay, no, but here's the whole thing. Peter's like, oh, he's talking about angels fingering your butthole now. That happened after Peter. No, that happened. I'm not making that.
I mean, with us, he was talking before Peter. He was talking about the haunted pop cans in his cabin. I mean.
Well, maybe that was like, you know how Fowl used to draw.
No, I think he just has schizophrenia, dude. I think that's all there is to it.
Well, he wasn't as for schizophrenia. I needed to kind of like scream at me in the face like Fiona had. Where I'm like, why can't I hear?
Different kinds of schizophrenia, right?
Yeah, I know.
There's auditory, visual. There's a lot.
What's with all the crazy schizos in this fucking community? Holy shit!
I don't know. Type S in the chat if you're a crazy schizo, so we can invite you into the call. Angel Heart,
please join the call.
I'm noticing there's a lot of digs at Angel Heart recently, and I just want to know what the fuck is going on with that.
I'm only breaking his balls because he broke up a fucking goddamn recording and
Who's
shit.
Angel Heart?
Oh, he's a Finnish guy.
Danish? Cool question.
Whatever.
Follow-up question: Does Angel Heart have a Discord link?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh no.
I will happily join his server.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we're always looking for new friends. If you have a Discord, send us a link.
Yeah.
Sheldon is the element of friendship. Unironically, I wouldn't be here today, wink wink, if it wasn't for Sheldon.
It's true.
It's true.
I made Anthony everything he is.
Oh, it's true.
I blamed you for Anthony's existence. Why did you have to interfere?
Oh,
I know.
I was 50 pounds lighter before Sheldon. Anyways. Jeez. Oh, fuck.
So are you guys dating together again, or what?
Nope.
No?
Why not? You guys are such a great couple. Yeah, why don't you
no.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, but because if all my chat logs leaked now, I'd be like, well, okay. That's why. Literally everything that's out there, I'm sure it'd be interesting, fun reads, but it'd be nothing fucking horrifying. Go the fuck away, Cruiser. I don't want to talk to you right now.
You're not dating because your chat logs would be mundane? What?
Don't worry about it. I just don't want to.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Because the last time don't want to be salty. We'll move on.
You know what, Anthony, you know I dislike you, right? Like, you know that for a fact. But I have this golden opportunity in my hands, and I want to actually legitimately understand what people see in you, right? And we have Buttons here, who actually used to date you, and I want to ask her, Buttons, what did you see in Anthony that made you want to date him at the time?
I don't want to make it awkward because I don't want to.
That's fine.
No, that's an answer you could give. Look, that's really not something I want to put out there and shit. I mean, there's really simple fucking basic answers that you could give. For example, in Quill's case, I could say Quill was a lot of fun and cool to hang out with. And
but I want to know in your case, Anthony. That's what I.
Why did I date Buttons?
No. Why did Buttons date you? I mean, you can tell me otherwise afterwards. She says.
I'm going to assume God hooked me up.
All right.
Oh, well.
There you go. God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. So Buttons. Yeah.
I don't want to put him on the spot. I mean,
good on you.
How is it? Okay. I don't know how it's put. Like, I can tell you guys why. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like not embarrassing. I just,
Well, isn't this gonna be a compliment? Isn't this gonna be a compliment?
It's gonna be a compliment, but it's like we're over and done with, and there's no reason to like.
Yeah, but we're talking about the past. Like everybody understands that you're not dating right now, and you clearly both have no interest. So what does it matter?
Yeah, you moved on. So what does it matter?
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
Because it's kind of like it's revisiting a bad scene, and I could think of a bunch of relationships. I could mention a bunch of relationships which those people would be.
The beginning of my relationship was a bad scene, guys.
Let's put it this way: if I brought up any other relationships that fell apart recently, they'd be very annoyed. They're like, "Look, you don't bring me up during your stupid bullshit," and I'd start getting yelled at. So you're just gonna have to go with that. I feel that works fine.
Oh, you guys are weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I thought that spoke for itself for bronies, or at least I am.
It seems like you guys are kind of insecure. I don't know.
Probably.
It's not that we're insecure. It's
No, I am.
I don't think so.
I don't have a problem with that. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Well, you are a leftist cuck, so there you go.
Probably.
Well, I'm insecure with myself. That's for damn sure.
I actually don't even know.
Oh my god.
I actually don't even know what the fuck you got over there, Sheldon. So how does it
Well,
feel?
why are you insecure, Buttons?
I'm not talking about that
Good on you.
Why not?
No.
because it's personal.
Yeah.
Why is it personal?
It's stuff from growing up that I don't need to talk about.
Oh, I think we've already talked about it.
Oh, I'm not talking about it on a
Well,
stream.
then you should go. Then you should go see the notes then of wherever that is.
Oh yeah, Buttons. I'm surprised you're really chill with us right now. I thought you were like pissed off at us for that call.
Oh, I don't like you guys, but I mean, I'm here. I mean, you have to learn to tolerate people. And
Yeah, man, love and tolerance, man. Yeah, yeah.
Well, my excuse is I'm under the influence of alcohol and fucking kratom. So.
Kratom.
Yeah.
Kratom.
My-
I bought some kratom. Man.
Sheldon mentioned some other, or not Sheldon, fucking Peter. See, the shit's kicking in now. Sarah something or other. Do you know what I'm talking about? Something with an S.
Saratoga?
Serotonin, I think. Here, let me blank.
Serotonin.
Serotonin's not a. Well, that's not really a. Like, okay, guess.
Hang on, let me look up
Just
drug
take-
Sarah.
Yeah. Well, all you have to do is you have to go to your doctor and say, "Doc, I'm depressed. Give me SSRIs," and he'll be like, "Okay."
I think it's called Sarah's Drug.
No,
Wait,
no,
that's
no,
a
no.
TV show.
Let's see
I don't know.
if I can.
I thought it was another autistic brony user online, to be honest with you.
Salvia Divinorum.
Salvanella, you're right.
Oh, Salvia.
Salvia Divinorum is the
Selva?
shit.
That's like,
Yeah.
Salvia is like a crazy hallucinogen.
It's legal in most states, but unfortunately not mine, because after Peter started talking about it, I was starting to order it, and then the fucking thing said, it's not legal in your state. I was like, it's really nice that the site was willing to warn me.
Anthony, if you ever buy that, make sure you film yourself and put it on your channel.
Yes,
I'd have to go to Wisconsin, because that's the closest state that allowed it.
Oh, well, just film yourself.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It was
what I
relatively
gonna say-
cheap, by the way. Is it legal in your state, or your province?
Anthony, I have a question. Can I
Shoot.
ask a question, Anthony?
Absolutely.
All right. You're going to BronyCon 2019.
I don't know. Last year was kind of bland for me. I might or might not.
Okay, so let's say if you are,
Okay.
right? I'm sure you heard about this. Are you going to accept Vita's challenge to fight?
Well, it boils down to one thing: if I'm smart enough to bring the cup, because Leo made it very apparent, bring the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say you bring the cup. Would you accept the
It
fight?
would
or-
be pretty retarded to bring the cup and not use it. I would
Okay,
imagine.
so you're saying you would accept the fight?
Assuming I bring the cup, absolutely.
Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Sheldon, are you going to BronyCon 2019?
He can. He's stuck out of the States
yeah,
for another 3 years.
Well, I have a way in, so I am going, actually.
So can you film it?
Well,
for
fuck,
me?
if
'Cause I might-
Sheldon's going, then I definitely want to go. Fuck.
Yeah. What'd you say, Jace?
I was gonna say, can you film it for me? Because I'm probably not gonna go. Most likely.
Probably. I'll definitely film Vita versus Anthony.
Yeah.
No doubt
Awesome.
about that.
Fucking Leo
Cool.
wanted
Yeah,
to
for
challenge
sure.
fucking Brawny, which I think that'll be fun.
Ronnie's a faggot. What is there to fucking beat?
Well, he does. He's done kendo shit, so I'm assuming it'll be fun to see the stuff.
Yeah, he's large.
Bronny's like the 40-year-old man he's like Leo, only he's way more on the nose with it.
Okay, well, you know what? If he wins, that'll be even that worse, won't it?
No.
Assuming he goes. I think you do it. I see Brawny's kind of nutty.
Buttons, are you going to BronyCon 2019?
Depends on finances and what's going on in my life at the time.
Well, how are your finances right now?
They're good, but I have to penny pinch till I get back to Massachusetts with my mother because I need to save for moving. So
Oh, yeah. Which mother is this? Is this the?
Well,
my biological mother.
Oh, okay.
I'll be completely fair. I've been confused a couple times where I just shut up.
I know. know.
I was like,
I know you'll make a very pretty woman, Anthony. Don't worry.
Oh, I know. Well, you know I've lied to you all the time, Sheldon.
I know.
I think I think you're perfectly okay to be okay with your sexuality at the gay bathhouse, and it doesn't mean you're gay.
Hey man, dude.
What gay bathhouse? What are you talking about?
Oh,
Yeah, what are you talking
I mean, it's
about?
on your channel, man.
It's on my channel. Where?
What?
The very first pony fuck, either the first or second. It's
First one.
like 30 or 40 minutes in where you're sitting there.
Citation needed.
I don't know what you're talking about, Anthony.
Okay,
the only
I
thing
can
Sheldon-
very easily find that fucking one.
The
Please
only
do.
thing Sheldon does today is pop ollies on his skateboard.
All
I don't know
right,
what you're talking
Shelly.
That's very
D.
true. That's
Let's,
very true.
let's head over there.
Hey man, I can do a kickflip now. I'll tell you what.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then
I'm cool with the kids, dude. What are you talking about?
And then you eat pavement immediately afterwards.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
the video in question was, is friendship manly? I'm pretty sure it was that one. And it would have been like 30, 40 minutes in.
Anthony, I want to ask you, why do you admire Sheldon so much?
You know what's funny? When I started talking with fucking goddamn Buttons again, we sat down and we watched your fucking analysis video on that one Luna Celestia video. Because it was good. And then she's like, I want to watch I want to watch the fucking actual video. That happened with Frank. So no, Sheldon actually has some talent and stuff. The whole point for me in analysis is it makes you want to go out and see what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, no, dude. Watching the analysis was captivating the way you described it.
Oh, I'm captivating.
Well, look, Sheldon, I didn't do this in preparation for this call. I'm being fucking sincere. I think you have some talent. There you go.
Well, you know, Leo was talking to me in Top of the Barrel just before we were here. We were in a call there, and he's asking me about Stardust. And he told me that you said that I screamed rape at her multiple times.
No. I'll say exactly what I fucking said. I said that basically there were a bunch of people. No, a bunch of people were telling that, and basically when you were like, okay, let me go handle this, and then you ran up to Stardust after fucking the PFC started screaming at her about it, and instead of trying to calm her down, you went up to her, Stardust, you shut the fuck up! You did do that. Don't lie.
I don't think I said that. I think I just laughed at her.
No, you browbeat her the fuck down.
Yeah, well, like a woman abuser. I just screamed at her. Is that what I did? I don't remember that. I remember laughing at her and being like, "This is fucking dumb. What are you doing?" And then she got mad and left. That's what I remember.
Whatever, man.
Anyways,
I'm not bringing it up to fucking goddamn fucking discredit you. It happened, okay?
I just thought it was funny.
Well,
I just thought it was funny.
Why do you think fucking goddamn Vita agreed with me at the damn time just to fuck with you? Just for no reason? Just because?
Well, Vita's not as retarded as he used to be, so remember that.
Okay, whatever.
Ooh, is he actually smarter in your opinion, Sheldon, now?
Well, I think he's graduated. He's a true 40 checkers intellectual.
Jesus.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Anthony, so what do you think of me? I keep hearing all this nasty shit being said about me, like you fucking...
I already told fucking goddamn what I said to Sheldon, but I'll repeat it again. The part I didn't like is it basically... When I originally gained a measure of respect for you, is it when you were talking to Mimkage's brother, you're like, I'm pulling away from this, this is kind of disgusting, and I don't want to bring it up. When you were talking about...
But I still brought it up, though.
Not that time. You did it for Solar. You were like, okay, now it's okay.
No, I brought it up to the brother.
Yeah, he brought up the donut dick to the brother in that call.
Donut
dick. God. I was like, okay, so booty shorts are funny. There's no denying that.
Yeah, it is kind of...
I don't even know what booty shorts look like, but fuck, man.
Well, how is the donut dick not funny? Is what I want to know. How is that not funny?
I don't know.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Maybe I didn't want to think of... Maybe I didn't want to... I'm a visual person. I didn't want to picture that shit.
Well, I mean, why did you kick me out at that time? Did you feel bad for Solar, or what?
I felt that it was gone too far. That's why I was like, okay, so look, the booty shorts thing is fine. Okay, now he's just pushing his luck, and that's where I fucking kicked it.
But Solar seemed to be laughing at it as well. He seemed to find it funny.
Well, I didn't want to fucking just feel like he had to. Look, you could say I was autistic and I fucking overreacted. It is.
Oh, yeah, you did. Absolutely.
Okay, fine. Cool. I didn't take the video down.
Well, is that the only problem you have with me? Or is there more?
Yeah, man, that's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Yeah, sure. I might have fucking goddamn looked at that and said, well, I don't know, maybe I liked the fact that no one there was like, oh, so there's a threshold that fucking Jace won't go over. And then I saw that and I was like, that's...
Well, I hear Jace is kind of like Onision, right?
That was the comparison I made, yeah. Where I've heard people make the remark as like, you could clearly see he's not comfortable doing what he's doing, but he'll do it anyways because he's trying to get a rise out of people. That sort of bugs me. Where people just
really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable when I get a raise out of people. Don't worry, I'm completely at comfort when I get a rise out of people.
So there's no consistency. That's why I don't feel like having an argument with you, man. There's no.
What do you mean? What do you mean? There's no consistency?
Well, if you need to say something fucked up to get a rise out of somebody, whether you believe in it or not, there's no point in having a debate. No.
Oh no, I will say something that I believe into that will get a rise out of them. I will never use something that I don't believe into. Right? Like the whole thing with the Event Horizon, for example, with his pets. I said that I think you're responsible for the death of your pets. You might agree or disagree, but I believe in that. And I said it both because it would get a rise out of him and because it was true, in my eyes. And I'm consistent like that throughout with everybody's interactions. I have no reason to lie to them to get a rise out of them. Truth is the thing that hurts the most.
No, I know that. I've often found that fucking surprising when I've tried to point that people out. Yeah, no, truth is the best troll. Absolutely.
Exactly. So I'm consistently annoying, and for the same reasons I'm annoying. And it's funny to me that you care enough to be annoyed by me.
No, I get it. Anyone who believes in anything is a faggot. I get it, Jace.
Well, I didn't say that, but if you want to interpret it as that, that's fine by me, man.
I'm already floating where I don't care at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Buttons, what do you think of me? Let's hear that one as well.
Nah.
No? Why not?
Jace, you've been turned down. How do you feel?
Right. Well, I'm asking why not. I'm asking why not, though. So.
Because I don't want the stream getting taken down.
Okay, that'll work.
Oh, is that too many explicitly mean words that are going to be addressed towards me?
If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it.
I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions. I'm having a conversation.
Well, I want to go back to something else, though. Sheldon, you said it's
All right.
basically only Toon Critic's fault. So do you feel that Leo Convoy is misguided in trying to hold other people in the community accountable for not addressing certain topics?
Well, I don't, like, this thing, Vita's argument is like, well, with his dumb petition was, well, we got to hold Dr. Wolf and Silverquill accountable here a little bit because, they didn't not be his friend. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, I mean, if Vita went around groping women, I mean, I still like Vita. I still like hanging out with Vita. I'm still going to go on calls and dick around.
Well,
with
I could take that one step further. Silverquill used to donate $25 to Toon Critic, so he's financially at least somewhat responsible for fucking Toon.
Yeah, but what does that even matter? To Silverquill, he's paying for Toon's content. He's not paying for Toon to go grope women.
Let's be honest, though. There's nothing that Toon really did that needed
kind of
maintenance. It was basically it meant he got to go to cons where he could do things, essentially, right?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But here's the thing, right? I like this band, Anthony. You know all about this. The Dave Matthews Band.
Okay.
And recently, the Dave Matthews Band, their violin player, okay. the big nigger boy himself. I don't know if I can say that. Boy Tinsley.
Wasn't somebody from DMB was like the piano player or some shit like that? Or am I thinking of something else? Because I remember.
No, the violin player. He left the band for a summer tour to tour with another band he started called Crystal Garden.
Okay.
And you have to understand the violin player is like this 55 to 60-year-old dude, right? And he accrues a bunch of like 18 to 20-year-old young guys, right, for this band. And it turns out that while they're touring, he's basically trying to fuck one of the trumpet players, this young dude, and he's like drugging him with pills, and he's like he drugged the dude with pills, and then he took, once the guy was knocked out, he stripped naked in the same bed as him, and then he took off the dude's socks and started sniffing the socks and jerking his dick with the sock, right? Like this really.
All right, you know what? You don't have to go into.
Please don't. Please don't.
I'm trying to
Okay,
set
well,
this.
hold
it. Let me hold it.
The story's not done.
No, hold it. I'll put it in a way that you can understand this, Sheldon. You're blowing my buzz, motherfucker.
Okay, listen.
It's sobering,
right? So I still buy DMB records. Should I not buy DMB records because I'm financially enabling this guy to go around creeping on dudes? No,
well, he's not in Dave Matthews Band right now, though.
When I buy DMB,
hold it. I could defeat that right now. You bought something you could steal offline for free. Don't believe it.
No, it's true. I buy DMB records.
Okay, you've taken personal offense at people paying for anything that they could boost.
Absolutely.
Offline.
Well, they're idiots, and I'm a genius. But anyways, but that's my point with the Toon Critic thing, right? I mean, Silverquill giving some money to Toon Critic that does not mean that he's enabling Toon Critic going after minors or anything. It's absurdity,
But
right?
Sheldon,
It's ridiculous.
you still signed the petition, though, Sheldon.
Well, I signed the petition because I don't like Silver Quill or Dr. Wolf.
Exactly.
So I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
But I don't. But I don't believe in what the petition says, though.
Yeah,
I like the fact that basically it put some pressure on him, and I felt like because of the petition, they probably made that second statement, and that's why I basically said, okay, I feel satisfied, and that's why I fucking stopped.
Yeah.
In Vita's case, I'll say if he said if Vita said I feel like I achieved something, yeah, I think when he made the remark at the time, he told me, he said, they're not doing so well on people showing up right now that any amount that they lose could potentially hurt the con. I think that absolutely happened. Maybe even if it was just 100 or 200. Fucking maybe that's why fucking BC crapped out. Or maybe it was just the fact that Toon Critic himself fucking happened. It's hard to say. But I think it had some level of effect.
Like, I've never, like, I don't care if Dr. Wolf or any of these retards, I don't care if they're successful. I don't care if they go on to do dumb shit with their YouTube channels. Like, I don't want them to be deleted or removed from cons and shit. The only, like, I think I've realized something this entire time I've been in this community making fun of these people. The reason I've been doing it is because it's just fun to make fun of them. Like, that's the greatest thing. That's the thing about it.
I like to feel as if I was the inspiration for you to realize that, because
he kind of already knew. He knew.
I kind of
I definitely knew. Yeah, but that's definitely the thing.
Ever since the Wakcore days, no, he knew.
It's not even that. It's like, Anthony, remember the first stream we remember when Toon Critic and Eliora and them were streaming, and I went in there and I called her the fat N-word that I won't say because
just don't run it into the ground once or twice.
You already said it earlier.
Yeah, but don't keep doing it.
Because you're afraid of nothing happening, I guess, because nothing's gonna happen. But anyways,
sure.
I mean, you remember that, right? That was fucking great. But that was hilarious. And then he freaked out, and then Agents of Discord made that remix out of him getting triggered. I mean, it was hilarious.
Here's the part that bugged me. By the way, that might be on the fucking archive. You chewed Vita out for doing that like 2 weeks beforehand.
I don't think I did.
Yes, you did. I remember having that discussion with you. Vita went too damn far. And then I remember confronting you about it.
Vita went too far. What did he do?
When he fucking wound up calling Eliora a fat.
Wait, so hold on.
No, here's when I called you out, you were basically like, I got bored, and I said, okay, story checks out, and that's as far as I fucking took it with you.
I don't think that's what happened.
I'm almost positive. Back when I covered my Fall of the Risters, that's what I said. You didn't decide to correct me
before hanging out with us, I guess.
Sure.
I guess so. I don't know. I see.
It wasn't a big thing because let's be completely honest.
No, Anthony. I seem to remember being the one who always did shit like that, and everyone else got mad at me for it. Constantly, all the time. Sheldon, what are you doing? You're being too mean. You're taking it too far. Stop it.
Did you not used to flash fucking Vita's penis to people to come into the PFC?
What? Well, he sent me a picture of his thigh, and his dick was in the shot, and I was like, why? I was like, why is
I'm
your
not
dick
saying.
in
Look,
the thigh? I just wanted. How was I supposed to get a good pic of my thigh?
Okay, so hold up. I understand the meme. I'm just pointing it out since we're bringing up old stuff. You used to do that up here in the PFC now. Part of staying here is that we have to flash your fetus penis.
That is true. That was a initiation ritual.
Wait, did you flash your own, Anthony?
No. Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
How did your penis get out there? I forget, because I remember Moliminous got thrown out of the rift for showing your penis.
Well, my dick got out there because we were in a call one night in PFC, and Faith, we were talking about dick size, and I was bragging about my dick being bigger than Faith's, and then Faith said, "Nuh-uh," and I said, "All right." I said, "All right." So I took a picture and I sent it to him, and I said, "See, I win." And then he said, "Yeah, you win," and then he posted it in the fucking chat.
Well, in the rift, he theoretically did ask, but I felt that he should have had enough common sense, even though I egged him on. Where I was like,
the only reason Faith posted that in there is because we all got banned, and he's like, "Why am I in here?" So he was like, "What should I do?" And I was like, "Yeah, you could post my dick, dude. Post my dick to them, piss them off." And then he's like, "Okay."
Well,
so
he
did that.
He did run it by Looney first. He did run it by the head mod. He didn't just fucking randomly throw it in there. He's like, Looney, can I? No, he was in the call. He's like, "Can I?" And the reason why he got thrown out is because they're like, oh, Cat Avenger saw it, and Cat Avenger's like, no, it's okay. No, we're offended on behalf of Cat Avenger. No, he's gone.
Was that it?
That was it. Yeah.
It might have been, because I remember when Cat Avenger was first added, and I was like, okay, well, it's a room with mostly guys and some fat chicks, and you add this younger girl, and now all the guys, like, immediately clamor around her and support her and are offended for her. Like clearly they're all cucks, is what I'm getting at.
Well, I was about to say, she was pretty young. If they all wanted to sleep with her, that says a lot about the fuck.
Well, I know Golden Fox probably did. He was pretty... He was on her all the time, dude.
I never saw that.
I'm just saying.
Well, tell you what, there's a program that lets you look up old fucking chat logs as long as years ago. You could probably get that from
that's a bit too much autism for me.
No, you could. Yeah, get that from Midnight Anubis. He's in Barrel. He'll fucking let you look that up.
Speaking of old.
Yeah, if you want to prove that, by all means, go ahead.
No, hold on, Anthony. Speaking of old, talking about old relationships. Do you miss being friends with Vita?
Fucking when I was talking about it back and forth with Buttons, Buttons made the remark, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he's great, this, that, and the other. I was like, all right, I'll give a shot over there. And then basically fucking Vita acted like a dick. And he's like, oh, if you want this from me. And I'm like, no.
Why do you think he acts like a dick towards you?
He's had a fucking chip on his shoulder ever since the fucking Knickers thing, if I need to retell the story again.
Oh, yeah, do tell the story.
Okay.
Do tell the story.
So, once upon a time ago, fucking goddamn, I was dating a girl named Knickers who's still in top of the barrel to the best of my knowledge. I'm not going out of my way to...
I think she is. I don't know.
Yeah, you said this last time, Jason. You were wrong then, too. So,
was I?
Yes, you were. Sure. Yes, you absolutely were. So fucking...
Yeah, go check. I don't know. We can check.
Yeah, sure. But point is, probably inactive. She winded up cheating with 2 people, and she left the room. She's like, you're going to be mad at me. And I was like, I'm not going to be mad. She's like, okay, I'm going to come back. And then I threw her out, and then fucking Vita stormed out of the room all butthurt and pissed off. I don't like how you run your relationships, Anthony. And I'm like, oh, you're a dick, man. And I 2 people that she ran off with, one was Vita and one was Fatty. And I turned to Fatty and I said, look, you know what's going to happen in a couple of months? You're going to wind up in where I am, and you know what? We're going to be cool. And you know what happened? When I ran into fucking Fatty at BC, we hugged. And he was like, you were right.
You mean the internet relationship didn't work out? I'm shocked. I'm blown away.
They can work. Just, you know.
I'm blown away.
Binhart had a story about that, which I won't go into. You're free to ask about that.
So Vito was mad at you because Vita you kicked Knickers out of a Skype room.
He didn't like how he's like, oh, how dare you? That was it. And I was like, shouldn't I be angry at you right now? You're annoyed that I dared to do any kind of measure to get even.
Was he dating her at the time?
And Fatty, yes, both.
So Vita was in a poly relationship. Wow,
well, that and he was dating.
There you go.
Who was it, Joe?
The deep fucking lore we're getting here today. Wow.
Well, you knew all this shit, Sheldon.
I'm sure he'll confirm what is what. So
yeah.
Once he sees it. So. What was I going to say? Because to me, Anthony, remember when Vita first introduced me to this autistic world of the internet, where I would usually join calls in Limbo or whatever the fuck the server was in Skype.
Sure.
And I remember one time me and him were talking one-on-one, and he said, I go like, so what do you want to do a video on next? And he says, I really want to do a video on Anthony. Which came out of nowhere to me, because I'm going like, you seem to be friends with him. And he goes like, I
know he's had his bug up his ass about me. Fucking remember Sheldon when the PFC raided Limbo, and fucking Vita sided with me, and you're like, hey, watch it, Anthony. You know he's gonna turn on you. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's never been a shock. The shock was it lasted as long as it did.
He's gonna turn on you. I don't remember that.
We were watching the Batman cartoon where it was the fucking Assault on Arkham. It was you, me, and fucking a bunch of the fucking goddamn Limbo who had made mods. Demodded me, fucking threw me back out. Vito was the one mod. He kicked them all out of the room and gave me the room back. And you're like, watch. You think you're really hot shit right now, Vito will turn on you. I was like, no, I already know that. I remember this dumb shit.
I don't know. Maybe.
Sure.
I just remember Vita being chill, and then Vita leave. Like, I guess the shit with Corp and Fallen Wish happened, and then Vita was like all pissed off, and then he didn't want to talk for a year and a half, and I was like, okay.
No.
And then after that, he just messages me one day, hey man, and I'm like, What's happening? He's like, I'm starting a Discord group. You want to join it? I'm like,
oh really? Is that
I guess. Yeah, that's what that's like that was a massive gap, and then he just messages me out of the blue, and it's just like, you want to be in my Discord group? I'm like, okay, and that was it.
And then you never fucking left ever since.
Yeah, basically. So.
Sheldon, Rendrick is asking for a join link to this call.
No, that's not happening. I'm dealing with that autistic fucking ass.
Yeah, why don't we invite... Well, Rendrick's great. Why don't you want to talk to Rendrick?
I don't want to talk with Rendrick.
Anthony, you used to spend hours and hours in PFC calls with Rendrick. Come on, I thought you were friends.
That's not true at all. That's complete horseshit. I talked to Rendrick.
That's absolutely true.
PFC. Horse crap.
I mean,
you know what's amazing from the same guy who can't remember any of these fucking stories whatsoever? And fucking suddenly remembers that I talked to Rendrick all these times. That is complete shit.
Well, you weren't in PFC at the time, but we would invite you in the room and
so
you
we
come
got
in
you
and
call.
chat.
So we just caught you lying. Got it. Cool.
Well, that's not a lie. You spent hours and hours in those calls.
You a few minutes ago, probably about 43 minutes into this call, you literally just said that you spent hours talking to fucking Rendrick, and now you change your story.
Well, we were in a call, and he was in the call, and we were talking. So you were talking to Rendrick, yes.
No.
No, that's the retort. No. Okay.
No.
All
well, that's what you said before. Every time you had a disagreement with me. Okay. Are your no's magically better?
Is it really, Sheldon? Did you really say that when you had a disagreement with someone? You just say no.
I'm pretty sure I explain why I think it's wrong, but okay.
I wasn't in call with him.
Oh, okay. I got an idea. Let's ask Rendrick.
No,
let's ask Rendrick.
I'm doing that right now. Rendrick.
Who is...
No, you're not, Nicker. Jesus. That ain't happening.
Who is... Okay.
That ain't happening. Shit that. I ain't dealing with that obnoxious spaghetti motherfucker. Holy hell no.
Yeah, I asked Blake if he could join in chat because I was getting uncomfortable.
Sure, why not? I'll toss in Blake.
Yay.
I don't want to deal with Rendrick's obnoxious spaghetti ass. Holy hell no.
I don't know who this guy
hello.
is.
Hello, Blake.
Hi.
You know, technically, I should have just ended the stream. There's not much else to do to it. But no, fucking that shit fucking completely happened. There was a fucking goddamn raid in the chat. Vita originally sided with me, and fucking Sheldon's like, I don't remember that. I'm like, okay. It happened, though. If Vita were around, he'd probably fucking tell you. There's more. Obviously, there's more to it than just the Knickers thing. There's dumb shit that's gone on between me and Vita back and forth, like over and over again until it was a fucking meme. Plenty of times. Plenty of fucking things have happened. But that's just the very beginning. That's the first real fallout. There's the time we voted him out.
Important question.
We voted him out of the PFC and brought him back like a day later just because we ran into fucking Munchie, which is, there was a fat autistic kid who screeched into the call. And and we're like, there's some crazy autistic kid screeching in the room. He's like, is that Munchie? Hey Sheldon, do we bring him back? Yeah, put him back in. we took a whole week getting Vita voted out of the room. We were busting our ass to do it, and all it took was there's a screeching fat autistic kid in the room, and then Vita's like, put me back. Okay, story checks out. Yeah, those were magical times.
Blake had a question.
No, go ahead, Blake.
You were talking about some like software or whatever, or that you can use to find old Skype conversations or whatever. Send that to me. Send that the fuck to me. I can use that to get some of my old chat logs from Jerry.
First things first, do you still have all the Skype, like, you didn't switch computers?
Unfortunately, I've switched computers like twice now.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, it's stored locally.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, if you have the old computer, then yes, you're fine. The person who would have it would be Midnight Anubis, who's usually in Limbo. I think he helped Thought Bubble, and somebody else go back and find all the old shit. My chat logs on this current computer only go back as far as March 2017.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I still have the old computer, but the problem is it's been factory reset so many goddamn times, and I also spilled booze on it, so I don't think I'd be able to get anything off of it.
Well, there's a really cheap, easy cap on that, but I don't feel like it. But yeah, I talked to Rendrick a total of 2 times in the PFC. I think Chalice was there for either 1 or 2 of them. He offered, he's like, look, you come up to BC and we're bare knuckle brawl. Now, I looked around for him. I'm not saying I would have took him, but I did look. And he wasn't there, so fuck him.
Yeah, I just asked to come in here because Buttons was telling me she's uncomfortable.
No,
sorry.
You know what? Look at it this way. Nothing that dumb happened comparatively. It's weird that of all the damn people that I had to talk to, it's basically, I think that was the whole. I don't know. Maybe they weren't feeling like being jagoffs and they felt like passing the buck. I've done it myself. I'm like, yeah. You know what? Let's see if the next person does it.
I was avoiding a lot of bad questions because I'm just like, no.
You know, it's weird. We went up 5 views after fucking goddamn them threw them out.
Good.
You know what? It's sad. I was like, I feel like they got some charisma. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, this is fine. Shit. I'm surprised they didn't chuck him in after I just threw him out of the call instead of just the room because I wasn't really overly paying attention.
Oh yeah. Good news. I have some good news on my end.
Go ahead.
I am actually going back home.
Mama,
yeah, my dad.
home.
My dad's coming up on the 28th. He's flying up, and then we're gonna drive down on the 29th. So I'm finally free of Pennsylvania.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Yep, and also Buttons, don't worry. Hey, you and everybody else is going to get their refunds this Friday.
I appreciate it, and I'm sorry that about everything that happened with all of that, and I'm glad that it's worked out now.
Oh yeah, I mean the only downside I can see is that I'm not going to be able to be in calls as much because my quote unquote room at my parents' house is basically a loft upstairs.
Okay.
It's like I don't even have a door. It sucks.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, I'm moving back with my mother, and it's cramped over there. We're probably going to be sharing a bedroom. There's like 6 people sleeping on the floor over there.
Oof.
Apparently, I'm the best one in the family financially right now, and I have maybe 6,000 to my name.
Ah, that's a big oof.
Yeah.
Dope.
But
you know what? I was going to say something really ignorant, but I don't want it thrown back in my face because I owe this person one.
What? Do it. Do it.
I'm sorry, Douglas, but if you want to be a total bitch, Eden, you just took on Sheldon and Jace. Doug didn't do that.
oh my god, I'm sorry. You know my chip on my shoulder with Douglas. Like, god damn,
I know,
he has a lot of damage to undo.
I you know what? I'm not gonna. I have no problems with Douglas. I just figured I'd give you a little ego boost since you're going through some shit right now.
I appreciate it.
You know, I know you didn't want to do that either, but I was like, I need somebody to come along. I don't feel like bugging fucking. I was like, hey, you know, if I were Steppius, I would betray me to them too. Fuck it.
I mean, you could have summoned me.
I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I'm always reliable.
Well, I didn't want to get you in with more heat than you already have with fucking Kiwi Farms for hanging out with me. I didn't want you to have to tacitly fucking, if that's even.
I mean, I haven't posted up in there in fucking months now, so I feel like they've probably forgotten about me. Unless, again, unless by some miracle I can get my old chat logs as with Jerry.
Yeah,
because then, oh boy,
I will say this about Kiwi Farms. I do appreciate the fucking layout way better than 8chan because the shit just falls off and disappears into the fucking ether of Kiwi Farms. It's because it's a forum thing. It's more organized. And I was like, oh.
Although I think Kiwi Farms got attacked because of the whole because of Medicare's latest stream. I might be wrong though.
What do you mean?
What happened?
I think Medicare had somebody from Kiwi Farms on there, and then all of a sudden, and just out of nowhere, they got fucking DDoS or something like that.
DDoS.
Yeah, because I remember Chambers tweeting about it.
Oh, that reminds me. You might be old enough to know this one. I saw this joke about fucking Internet Explorer. You know, you ever see like the humanized things? Like they had like, the plan. Yeah, they had Internet Explorer looking through the dark web, and it comes across Netscape Navigator. Were you old enough to remember Netscape Navigator?
I might be old enough, but I don't fucking remember it because it's not ringing a bell.
Oh yeah, no, fucking that's how you used to be able to pop online before Internet Explorer, and I'm like, I vaguely remember that. Holy shit, that's right up there with that horrible, disgusting dial tone that means you'll be looking at porn soon. Oh yeah, I've never been so happy to hear this fucking ear-splitting ear rape sound before in my life. Well, that'd have been like when you're a young kid, so you're like, oh, let me get on here, and most of the sites would be like fucking password protected. It isn't like this golden age that you fucking people have now, where you had to actually go looking to some degree.
Right, where you can just go to Tumblr and look up hentai, or look up I don't know, 3D or whatever. Oh, also, speaking of which, Anthony.
Yeah, what?
Just spreading it along. I think I might have told you this already, but I found and reported a blog to the FBI because it had actual, honest to fucking god child porn on it.
You did mention that to me too. You'll have to forgive me if I didn't ask for the link, but since the FBI already has it, then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Goody.
My only big concern is that it's going to wind up being a fucking rabbit hole, and we're going to find even more fucking blogs.
Well, I suggest not looking further into that yourself, so you could safely say, look, my search engine history is safe for the most part outside of finding the video and clicking away from it, or picture, or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Douglas, he never did get back to me about getting more of my story or whatever. Because I remember you said he wanted to contact me, but...
Well, contact him on Twitter. He's very easy to get a hold of. Like I said, I haven't heard anything from Doug, so I don't know. He might be busy. He might not. I think he's going after Turkey Tom next. I didn't want to get into that whole rabbit hole.
I have no idea who Turkey Tom is.
Turkey Tom's the one that fucking when Vita went after Digi, he's the if Vita was the bullet, this man was the firearm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, goody.
Yeah, that's when Digi called out fucking Vita and Tom showed up and Vita stayed put.
As per usual.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Vita back in the day would have took that. He definitely would have fucking jumped on that like a rat on a Cheeto. I could understand because obviously Digi's had a long time to make his debate or his case for a long time. He knows it like fucking probably backwards and forwards for better for worse. That's why my whole argument.
Wait, his case for what? For Lolicon or something else?
That's my whole point. Why I wasn't going to argue the morality of it. I was going to argue the common sense of it. I'm like, why are you making this public? Your life, your finances, everything about it would have been infinitely easier going if you didn't sit there and scream on top of your lungs at the highest platform that you possibly had to make your life difficult. And if you sat there and said, well, money's not doing so good. Well, if you hadn't acted like a douchebag on your channel in the first place, you wouldn't have had to do this. You wouldn't have had to fucking reach down this low. You were doing fine. And then you decided to get yourself involved in drama, which you suck at. And yes, I would say I'm a bit of a professional, at least compared to him. For the fucking life of me. Look, I understand why people got mad at him or annoyed at him for Encyclopedia Dramatica. Sometimes he makes some of the bad decisions, but sometimes when he just decided, oh, I deserve to talk to my fucking heroes, I was like, well, I don't feel bad for you. You should look at all the goddamn loops I had to go through to talk to you. I literally had to kiss each one of your friends' asses. I basically had to rediscover fucking, learn fucking diplomacy piece by piece, making sure I kept each one of your friends fucking happy, and you still avoided me because you thought I was out to destroy you because you're an idiot. And Cider had to go on after I talked to Cider for 4 fucking hours. This is proof that there's a God. I talked to Cider for 4 hours. I was so exhausted. And then Cider went and argued with Digi for like another fucking half hour, and I went on to pub crawl for fucking 2 more hours. I was dead. I was so done with the world. And at the end of the video, they was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And by the way, if it helps, seal the deal, I could get you Vita's still beating heart if that'd make you happy. And he's like, I'd take a big old fucking wet bite chunk out of that motherfucker. I have that audio clip still. It's funny because me and Vita were friends at the time. He's like, $20 or something. Maybe it was 100, but it was reasonable if you really wanted to take a bite out of Vita's heart. Yeah.
Man, no, I understand. I've been, as dumb as it sounds, I have been trying to highlight, get Mr. Medicare's attention, but there's because of
he's busy man.
I have so much.
Yeah,
no, I have so much.
Dylan Thomas
intel.
used to have. Yeah, there's a lot of crap. And first things first, let's be honest. Let's be in all fucking honest. There is no way in hell that Mr. Medicare doesn't know about Lily Pete. Impossible. I would bet you.
Well, no, I saw him tweeting about it and calling him Canadian Dan Schneider, and I'm like, oh, you want some fucking info on this guy? I got all the fucking insider info.
Do you have Medicare's latest Twitter?
Yes.
Alleged. Yeah. Well, here's the whole thing. Jim isn't copying to it being his, so I'm not going to say it. So I don't want him kicked off of Twitter. He seems to be using it a lot more frugally, and I understand. It's a shame, though, because Medicare was the last really great... Damn hiccups. Last great thing on fucking Twitter.
But,
who did you think... 1 sec.
Oh, what was that, Eden?
Yeah, go ahead.
What happened to Medicare's Twitter?
He got taken
Monday
down.
Mad attacked it.
Well, that's a one of four things did it. Either he thought furries might have flagged him, somebody else, which I forget, or it was either Mundane Matt or the German, what's his name, Kraut T. I thought it was Kraut T just because, assuming that it was multiple parties flagging people down, Kraut had more connections, and I can't see a lot of people.
He had his army of academics.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that people said, you know what, I'm going to take on Mr. Medicare from Monday Matt. Doesn't sound like something that came out of anybody's mouth.
Said no one ever.
Said no one. Crown Team, maybe. I could possibly sing, look, man, you owe me or I'll fucking rat you out for this. I can't see fucking Monday Matt, one, having any good gossip to blackmail anybody into backing him up. I just can't. Don't get me wrong, Monday Matt's good for it. Like, you're not an idiot to suspect that. I had that discussion with Sheldon on Discord, but I just think Kraut's just a little bit better for it. I was going to make a video, because Tommy C., the same person who kept that Digi-drama going, basically his argument was tantamount to, Kraut and T's my friend. But after, like, being in fucking Tommy C's Discord, I kind of did what I did with Ryan Reno Mills. Instead of picking a fight, I wound up giving him $1 because the people in there were cool. Tommy C's videos are kind of funny. I mean, I can't really hate a guy when his content's good and his fans are cool. So I was like, you know what? Despite all the downloads, despite all the scripting, I'm just going to have to shelf this one. It's going to have to go on the fucking... right up there with the time travel shit on fucking Rick and Morty's fucking thing that's never going to get used.
Especially since now the Rick and Morty ship has sailed. By the way, Storm Blitz, what castle are you referring to?
Castle?
Because he said, what did you visit the castle? And I'm like, the fuck are you on about?
Oh, I want to make a remark here to Skywise, who fucking, cut back on the Patreon, and I kind of see one of the Jim Sterling's points when you generalize about people. I'll slightly apologize where you keep your fucking money. Where I said pedophilia is a liberalist agenda. I don't mean all liberals, but I should have clarified. It's the minor attracted person thing falls under liberals. It's like if you sat there and said communism is a liberal agenda. I don't mean every last one, and I probably should have specified that in the video. But it falls under that horseshoe of politics. Not
that, and I also have to disagree with you on that. And since 9 times out of 10, and the people who wind up being pedophiles aren't like the liberals, unless they say they're minor attracted. It's more the hard Bible thumping and conservatives who are like all gay sex is bad and blah blah blah. They're the ones who get caught.
Hold it. This is my whole point, though. I'm stating the people who are coming out and taking it as a legit stance versus the people who just so happen to be. The people who want to make it politically accepted and legal are on the left.
Ooh, yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the part that concerns me. Look, there's always going to be people who break the law. That's one thing. That's why we have cops. That's why we have politicians. That's why we have judges and all this other shit. The people who want to circumvent the law and put it on the side are unfortunately on the left. I'm on the left, but I'm not one of those people. I shouldn't have to say that. But you know what? Since I wasn't clear and I didn't mention that to Skywatch or whatever his damn name is. Skywise. Yeah. I probably should have been more clear. You're free to keep your damn money. I think you were a cool enough person when we talked, but if any chance you catch this, I was willing to have you come on and talk, but didn't happen, so whatever. It is what it is.
Hey,
speaking of money, I'm not going to be able to give you money once I move back down to Virginia, but if my dad winds up getting this job in Georgia, and I manage to get a good job in Georgia, then I can start reapplying to all the different Patreons that I was in.
In the meantime, just watch and upvote my shit. That's perfectly fine. What? Look, turn off. No, I'm not going to say that.
Turn off that pesky ad block.
Look, walk around your house. Don't care what you do. Minimize the screen. Give me the Google AdSense. It's all fine. Jesus. You don't have to, though. FNGR, any updates on the map stuff that we did? I haven't really kept up on that in case you didn't notice. Oh, hi, fucking midnight. I needed to go fuck around this week. I needed to go relax and shit. Truth is, whatever shit that I had with Jace and Sheldon, that wasn't even all that stressful. Might have been the fact that I was drunk and high, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm over here like I want this to end right now. Let me commit. Let me go commit die.
Yeah.
Don't commit ritual Sudoku. Yeah.
That was John Etter's best joke when he's like, so I committed Sudoku and I still write like shit. Yeah. Every once in a while.
You say that you need to fucking relax. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get as much fucking done as possible because, again, and my room in Virginia is just going to be a loft, so I'm not going to have as much freedom to yell and scream and be wild with my friends as I do right now. So I'm just that's like, yo, we need to record today. Yo, we need to record today.
Yeah.
You understand, hopefully.
No, yeah, it's perfectly all right. There's been some other people who are moving around and stuff. I'm trying to remember. I saw somebody who just moved. Yeah, but I think Bliss just moved, according to Twitter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think she got a new house or something.
Well, good luck to her.
For her.
Any points you want to bring up in contention since you're here, Midnight?
Oh, you guys aren't on the best terms?
No, I just figured I'd ask.
Oh.
I'm chill right now. Fuck, if I could just be cool with Sheldon and Jace for relative speaking. Didn't feel like that bad. I'm assuming that they were cool because they wanted to say, hey, look, we're getting along with Anthony, then we could talk to any of you guys. You should come into top of the... Yeah. It's letting the big fish...
you as a stepping stone, basically.
Yeah. We're going to let the big fish go to catch more little fish, which might, pay off in the long run. But whatever. It was neat. I liked it.
And eventually you'll reel the big fish. But I'm tish.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who... I can't think of anybody from...
It's a ska joke!
Indeed. Okay. Yeah. I glanced at the journal titles about Blissey moving. Yeah, something about that. Here, I'll blank the screen. I'm going to check Twitter real quick, because I don't trust Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
At all. Ever again.
Never trust Twitter.
No.
Never trust Tumblr either.
Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about, nor do I care at the moment. Good day. If you had an issue, we're streaming now.
Oh shit, speaking of people coming on and making this shit interesting, Brony Inspector's online.
Oh, if he wants in.
Oh, sure. Hi, Dr. Wolf.
Dr. Wolf.
Dr. Wolf.
God, I fucking died.
Enable your drug habits.
Indeed.
I'm guessing you got better? Well, no, she said she died.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I had a very long morning/night. My brain's not firing properly.
It's okay. I was making a joke.
Yeah, I understand that now, but it took me a minute to be like, wait, got better? What?
I'm just offering a fucking goddamn stepper Miss Anthro Pony wants in.
Oh, I haven't talked to Map in a while. He's a cool dude.
Oh, Step says he's down. Cool.
It took me a second and to realize you were referring to Miss Anthropony and not like
we are. If we let those people in here, I immediately
Miss Anthropony.
Anyone.
Yeah, no, he's
not
thrilled about the name abbreviation thing. I feel bad for him. I mean, fuck, that sucks.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was only going to be. What's up, Chief? We were.
Is this on?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Wolf.
Hey, Jane, Dr. Wolf.
Hey, Dr. Wolf.
I just
it's
converted it. Yeah, I just converted fucking goddamn. I was going to show them some people in limbo.
Anthony, those are some fucking numbers.
What, the fucking stream?
on Dr. Wolf. No, I'm like, wow, that got a lot of views real quick.
So wait, how many people watched
I've never been in a video that I directed a video that many people watched, but I've never been in a video that many people watched.
Yeah, it started to catch off. Let me head over there and take a look.
Oh, yeah. Oh wow, 1,700 already?
Yeah, under 23 hours.
This is Anthony. Anthony Aguilar. I didn't know that this was gonna
I did. I hoped.
Yeah, I know you did, but you.
Well, you have to consider on just the front
Hello.
there between Sam Outline, who did a really good job on the background, Dog Eye Crimson's Fluttershy, and Bubba Boo's freaking Dr. Wolf. I was like, aesthetically, it'll click on it. It's also episode 100, so people will peek in. It's funny right off the bat, so they'll stick there. I'm assuming the retention when it shows up tomorrow will be pretty good, because most of the fucking How Not to Burn are. I remember.
I got to tell you something about myself, Anthony Aguilar. I've never mentioned this. I cannot listen to anything that has, like, to imagine that I've been doing podcast for as long as I can. I've never listened to anything I've made.
Why?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you want to listen back to it to see if there was any mic problems that no one mentioned?
No, I listen long enough to do that, but
okay.
But me myself, like, I just I hate here's why, because I don't listen back because it gets good response from the outside, and I hate everything I do automatically.
I loved it.
Why?
I was a little terrified because by the time I was about ready to render it, I'd heard it so many times where I was like, feels flat. And I was like, does it feel flat because it's bad or because I've heard it too many fucking times?
Right. Because I hit the record button in my head when I did this. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, I remember. I was there. I didn't. Yeah, the chocolate line I forgot about though. But
no, I wasn't going to let that go. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah,
I was like somehow, some way, and I'm going to put it in before the fucking goddamn extras.
I don't like the taste of chocolate. Just 2 on the nose. I love it.
Oh yeah, dude. When we sit down and watch fucking goddamn Swimming with Sharks, you're probably going to take some inspiration from there. I'm gonna.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, look, let's be honest.
There's been a couple things where...
Yeah, if the Brony fandom could rip off Doug Walker as much as it can, I feel like I should... You know what? Maybe that's really horrible that I'm looking to boost something from Kevin Spacey. I'm a horrible person.
You know what? I feel like if there's one... if there's one chance we have to take, it's like, you know what? Kevin Spacey, still really, really good. Raging bisexual, evil man... Like, yes, I understand this, but god damn.
At least he was evil, and we're not, like, you're not boosting a movie that makes him look good.
There is a
getting praised for a movie where he plays a good guy. Every movie where he's like, he was great, he's playing a complete piece of shit. He was just going method.
He did have a really sympathetic moment there towards the end. Brony Inspector.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, I'm just fucking including everybody in the stream. What exactly is going on? Oh, I was just doing a stream. I got done arguing with Jace and Sheldon, and they were trying to add in somebody from Worst News I didn't feel like arguing with.
Sheldon was here. Damn.
If it would have been
It was my birthday, I would have been fucking... That would have been a fucking... you didn't need to wrap my present. Yeah, that would have been like, you didn't need to wrap my present. I would have loved to talk to him again.
I probably would have talked to Chalice. I don't see why the fuck not, but I just...
I'd have loved to. No, Chalice, the guy I throw parties with... Yeah, that would have been amazing. I'd have loved, like, hey, Chalice. Yeah. We got that you proofread that volunteer sheet for the fucking HCC party? No, I'm sorry, the MLP party. Like, that would have been great. That would have been fucking beautiful. I wish I'd have been here.
Well, it's at the beginning of the stream. They gave us some shit, but not like a lot. I felt it was the magical amount.
They tried pushing some awkward shit on me, and I'm like, no, how about I just know?
I don't know why they want beef with your crew right now. That's kind of a weird move.
They've always had beef with me.
He's scrappy.
Right, but no, like, I don't know, trying to drag Chalice into this, like...
No, he wanted Rendrick. He wanted Rendrick in. I said if they would have brought Chalice...
Wait, Anthony, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, why'd you spurg out because Rendrick was mentioned?
I don't want to deal with him because I remember every time I talked to him in the PFC, which were twice, he's like, I could bare knuckle box you when I run into you at BronyCon. I went there, he wasn't there. So, fuck him.
Okay.
Oh, dude, no, you got some reach. I would not want to go fucking barroom with you, dude. That would not be fun.
Look, I go to BC to have a good time. When Box Monster went to go pick a fight with me, I should tell you how I got out of that one. He's like, so Anthony, you're going to kick my ass. And I fucking stood back. I went into my wallet and I held up $100. And I said, $100 to the man who brings me the box, and fucking Fatty tackled him. And then I walked away.
Like, no, Box does this thing, like, whenever I see, like, and me and Box are homies at this point, but, like, every time I see him, it's like all these buff dudes want to hug you too hard, and I don't know what that's about. I hate it.
Yeah, Box was a big old swole son of a bitch.
Box is swole, and he doesn't act like it, but, God, he pissed me off at TrotCon, but then we got cool by the end of it, but he said some shit where I was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, he was like, well, I'm talking about buying Waffles Company. I'm like, have you put the work in? Really? You're gonna buy it? Why do you get to do that? He was like, because I didn't waste my money. I'm like, oh, is that what I did? You get to make the first offer on Waffles Company and get the fuck out. Like, yeah, I'm like, fuck you. Yeah, like, no, like we were cool by the end of it, but like he when he was talking to Waffles about that shit, I was just like, that pissed me off. I'm like, did you just drive 1,000 miles with this merchandise in your car, dude? Like, you get to put the first offer in on the company? I don't think so, dude. You don't know the territory. I know you know everyone, but goddamn, like, hold on. No, set this table up in an hour, and you have 1 hour and a half to set up the display. Oh, no, sorry, Box. You didn't know what that... You don't even know the job. Like, you want to buy the company, and you don't even know the job. It just annoyed me to no end.
What waffle company was like Lego?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, no,
Waffles is a docky guy that freaking Brony Inspector works with. They sell body pillows together.
Oh, I thought he meant like he was talking to an actual waffle company.
No, I would love to, if I were going to open
news,
a restaurant.
Brony Inspector tries to buy Waffle House. Becomes richest man on the planet.
If I were going to open a restaurant, it would be chicken strips and waffles.
Yeah.
Everyone would come.
I'm not a chicken person, but I like waffles. I can make.
Then I got a waffle you'll enjoy.
My favorite waffles are like strawberry.
It's a good season for strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Good season for strawberries.
I'm going to have to disagree there. I think it's a good apple season.
It's a good apple
season.
It was a fantastic season for apples. Terrible season for tomatoes.
Strawberries are a juice fruit.
Terrible season for watermelon.
Jesus, this whole cat.
God damn it, Stephius. I know you're being in character, but Christ almighty.
That was too much. I'm sorry.
Don't make me call the elf.
Like,
yeah,
I'm like, I was like, where are you with zebra jokes? Nah, she wasn't gonna do it. I'm like, no, Step was the man the whole time.
What zebra joke?
I'm sorry.
No.
So let me explain this to you guys. You see, freaking Steps always gets really cranky when the elf hasn't been around all day.
Now wait a second. We literally talked like 5 minutes ago in Discord.
I know he's already in withdrawal.
I know, 5 minutes, and that's all it took. Good lord, dude.
I thought elves took their time, but whatever.
Wait, what elf?
Really?
You remember the elf I hooked you up with when you're like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, so I remember this. Basically, I showed Buttons Disenchanted, and by the end of it, Buttons is like, I want an elf. I was like, I actually have an elf.
Going on a mission to try to help a friend elfo. I'm pretty sure they're lying. Like that song about elfo lying, like I was like, that immediately came to mind when I was like, oh, I was thinking of the totally wrong cosplayer there. Like, I was like, elfo? What do you mean? Different name. I got confused.
Alpha. Oh man, this is such a good show. What episode are we on? Episode 8?
Yeah, we're only 4 into fucking Disenchanted. We gotta get back to that. There's a whole bunch of other things I need to get to.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a whole season of BoJack Horseman. Anyone?
No, well, I'm
anyone?
only on season 3.
Oh,
no.
anyone?
We just wrapped up 2. I still feel I've gotten through 3. You know what's funny? When I sat through 3, I didn't even realize who Weird Al was. I had to go back through and check.
Oh my.
Oh, like BoJack. I'm like, this is not a funny show anymore. This is a show about fucking nerds in the writing room taking risks. Like, they did this whole episode where it deconstructs the A plot, B plot writing structure. It was like, as far as like a funny show to watch, it's the worst thing in the world. As far as like a heady show for nerds to go, ha, I see what they're doing here. It's the best.
So is it good?
Like, I couldn't call it bad because like they're on point with stuff. Like the whole like the whole Tade sexual thing. Like they put a bow on that fucking storyline with the zaniest, most unnecessary episode ever, because all of the arguments were like, what could they possibly do with this storyline? Well, they fleshed out every idea they had, stuck it into one episode, and it was completely unnecessary, and they acknowledge it. Like
that only gets you so far.
and no, it got you through one really solid episode that actually had the laughs that season.
Oh, nice.
So no, like it got you far to the point that you knew you weren't going to focus on that as a story arc for Todd anymore. You were just going to go back to Todd being the character we all liked. You were going to like bring up crap with his ex-girlfriend. Fine. We were used to that, you know. BoJack, man, like that is a show that I've watched and I've been like, man, not a funny show, but a really good show. And
the first two were kind of funny seasons.
I don't know. I've stuck with it the whole time. I wouldn't say it was perfectly done, but there was a whole episode that was 22 minutes of Will Arnett talking. Like it was a monologue episode.
Well, I've only made it through the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So.
The latest season, they actually fucking had the fucking nutsack between their legs to do a monologue episode, which just like big risk, guys. I'm fucking proud of you for doing it. Like, did it hit at every point? Like, no, but nothing hits at every point when you're doing something that fucking risky.
I actually got Anthony C on the fucking BoJack and Rick and Morty. And the funny thing is, Anthony C's like, if anybody can get me the full fucking song of fucking Mr. Peanut Butter's ringtone.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
Mr. Peanut Butter's ringtone is magical.
I want all of Diane's ringtones, all the NPR ringtones that she has. Like, why is that not the fucking prize on Wait, Don't Tell Me?
You know what I warmed up to Diane is when she had that breakdown at the end of season 2, where she's just like hanging out in BoJack's room and she turns into BoJack basically.
There was an amazing fucking line in the latest episode, in the latest season, where she's like, "What would I do? Just move in here?" And he's like, "What? That was awesome. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?" Like that's his response. He's like, "That was awesome. What are you talking about?"
Oh,
it's everyone's favorite part of the show.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared about like how this show is going. Like I love the season 2 finale. Like it really warmed my heart. But Anthony's told me of the pattern. I'm like, I'm gonna get my gut punched soon, right?
3
like,
wasn't as bad. 3 wasn't as bad just because you kind of see it coming. You're like, oh, that finally happened.
I don't think I see what's happening actually.
There's somebody who's probably right to die who just lives like complete shit.
Everyone who says "fuck you" to BoJack Horseman dies.
Oh,
Noted.
Jesus.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Everyone who says "fuck you, BoJack" dies.
I'm gonna guess it's the turtle.
No, he never says that.
I could have sworn you said it. Oh, it's the fish guy.
You know what? Don't ruin it for him.
No, I'm not. That was the only hint I'm dropping. That's a puzzle you need to solve. I just made her rewatch episodes.
Or just go through season 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to see season 3.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Like I binged watched that one. Like that's what I did all weekend was I binged watched the last season, the newest season of BoJack. And then I finished Disenchanted with my sister who hadn't finished it yet. And we are just on two sides of that argument. Like, she's not feeling it, and I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, me and Anthony were watching it, and we're like, this is good. Why don't people like this?
Well, like, I can point out all the points where, like, the script kind of falls flat, and I can go, what did this line? Did they just put this line in here because they thought it might get a laugh from somebody? And there's a lot of that style of writing in the script, and I think that's what a lot of people's problems with it is.
I'm not complaining because it's still entertaining.
Right, exactly. Like, on the level of shit quality entertainment that we have, like, Disenchanted has great voice actors, has solid writers, and it is visually nice to look at.
I could have sworn it was called Disenchantment.
Or which, yeah, I'm probably... I'm
what?
probably saying it wrong.
I do kind of want. I kind of want to kill the stream because I'm starving right now and I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna eat.
Oh, this was a stream! Holy shit!
Might I recommend Wendy's?
All right,
as a meme.